What's up, YouTube? Today I'm back with another video. Today it's gonna look a little different because I'm gonna be working with what I would call a specialty tool. And if you can't see, right here we got a Rabaconda. Now you might be asking yourself, what in the world is a Rabaconda? Well, I'm about to show you. It has something to do with this right here. We got a dismounted wheel, a dismounted tire. And then we got a tire. So that might give you an idea of what we're about to work on. Let's go. All right, I just wanted to quickly give y'all an outlook of everything we got here. Yes, if you haven't guessed it yet, this is a tire machine. It is a manual tire machine that you have to use bodily force to assist the tire on and off. But it's really not that hard. I'm gonna put this together. I've used this a million times already. I've already made my money back on it. But yeah, I'm gonna put this together real quick, get it set up, and I'm gonna show y'all how to use it. All right, now we got our tire machine all put together. And right quick, I will just go through a couple of the parts here. So obviously, you know what this is, right? This is a tire iron. Just got a plastic protector on it. This right here is your duck head. This rotates, this mounts on there and this rotates, but this is your duck head. Anybody who's done tires before knows you need a duck head to put the tire on to protect the bead and to take the tire off while protecting the bead. It also protects the rim. Because the rim is rotating, you don't want straight metal on the rim because it will scratch and gouge up the wheels. You don't want that, you want your wheels to stay nice. Next, this centerpiece is what goes through the center bore of the wheel, and it holds the wheel onto the machine. These two are magnets, but they are wheel protectors, so that allows the inside of the wheel to not scrape the machine. The wheel just sits on these, it rotates, it's nice plastic, so it will not scratch the wheel. This right here is a wheel stopper, so once you have your wheel on and you are trying to mount the tire, but you don't want the wheel to spin, you put this into the machine and it sits against the spoke. Rubber protection right here so it doesn't scrape up the wheel, but then that sits in there. The spoke sits against this while you're putting the tire on so the wheel doesn't spin. And last but not least, this right here is your bead breaker. It's mounted on top of the machine. It has adjustments, so depending on what size your wheel is, you would put this where you want it. But with your wheel on the machine, you use this to come down and break the bead. This wheel stopper would not be in there. Break your bead here, spin your wheel, break your bead, spin your wheel, break your bead, flip the wheel, repeat the process. All right, so now that we went through the components of this machine, I'm going to check the wheel. I'm gonna hold this so I don't fall. I'm gonna check the wheel for the orientation and which way I want the tire to go, right? So, let's see. This is a directional wheel. And where is my arrow? Well, this one doesn't have an arrow, but wheels are directional. And since this one doesn't have the arrow, this is how you are going to determine which way you want to mount your tire. So this is your push drive. That is going to be mounted on the left side because that goes on this bike. So to double check which way you want your wheel and tire to go, you just look at your bike, chain is on the left side. So this is going to be the left side of the wheel. Go ahead and throw our wheel on the machine. As you can see, the wheel's touching the protector here, wheel's touching the protector there. This is a spacer. This machine comes with two different size spacers, but I've already sized it out. Put your spacer on there. Make sure that sits down in the wheel bearing. The wheel's ready to go. So we already got our left side indicated for the wheel. Now we'll look at this tire. The tire's directional also. So the wheel is going this way. Let's find our arrow. Arrow's right here, facing that way. So this is the way the tire is gonna go on. All right, so got the correct orientation of both the tire and wheel. One tip that I do want to throw out there is that with most sport bike wheels, when you go to pop the first bead over the rim, whether it's on a machine like this or an actual tire machine, you most definitely can pop the tire over, pop the first bead over the rim without using the machine. That is because sport bike tires are softer than a tire like this. You cannot do that with this tire. It is too hard. It is too stiff. So that's what I'm gonna do. Tires in the correct orientation. Hold the machine so it don't slide, and pop the tire, the first bead over the rim. All right, now we got the bottom bead on. So now we're gonna work on the top bead. So I'm gonna add some more makeshift lube. And what we're gonna do is sit this tire like this. And we're gonna use what we would consider a bead buddy. And we're gonna sit that up in the wheel right here. Then we're gonna take also our arm for breaking the bead, and as you can see, this is a bead buddy, sort of like. Now we got the bead being worked onto the rim. Got our wheel stopper down there. We just help it. Get your tire down in the drop center. Get this down. All right, so we worked, take our bead buddy off. So we worked the duck head all the way around, and we got the tire mounted on both sides. So what I'm gonna do now is loosen the duck head and remove that. Then we'll observe our wheel. Take the wheel stopper out. All right, so there you can see it. The tire is mounted. All right, so today is just demonstration purposes, so there's no need for us to add air back into the tire, because what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna remove the tire back off of the rim using the same machine. Now, before we do that, the first step is going to be to break our bead. As you can see, the bead is somewhat seated on the rim here, so we're gonna have to break this bead on this side, flip the wheel, and break the bead on the other side. It should be adjusted. Yep, so this bead right here is already broken. Wheel stopper's removed, so we can just spin our wheel. Then we'll, oh, that needs to be adjusted. So let me adjust that real quick. Through this. All right, adjust it. Now, just like that. Bead broken. Spacer out. Flip the wheel over. Put the spacer back in. Take our bead breaker, come down, bead broken, bead broken, again. All right, I'm gonna flip the wheel back over because I don't want those push drive rubbers to fall out. So, there we go. wheel back on. Spacer in. Dang, this one will be stubborn. This tire is super old and stiff. So, alright. Duck head on. I'm just gonna spray some lube again. Help this tire come off. Now we are using wheel stopper again. On this portion of the duck head, we want to get our iron down in there. Of course, we need this to be down more, so that when we go to pull this over, it helps. Just like that. This machine has a locking bar right here, so that when you get the iron over, you can just lock that bar. Come back, bring our same bar for the bead breaker. See, the bead is over the duck head, just like this. Watch that bar, because it's gonna pop out. Bam. First bead. Bam, just like that. Bring our duck head all the way back around down to this position here. Alright, so got this tire iron under the bottom bead here. We're gonna get that under the locking bar. Then we'll take our arm and bam. Take that tire iron out. Bam, it's just like that. It's sweet like butter, just like that. That's all you gotta do. Now, I've talked to a couple of people about this machine, and you know, I've heard people say, oh no, I don't want to use a machine like that. I'd rather have a regular machine. But this is speaking from my personal experience. Before I got this machine, I still have been doing my tires for years. It was way harder because you had to get down on your knees and use like 2 or 3 tire irons to break that bead. Sometimes it would take me more than an hour to break the bead. Once you broke the bead, it was easy to get the tire off. You just use your arms. But this machine has been a world of a difference. It's already paid for itself. Tires on this bike, tires on that bike. We even have a balancer. So that, in a gist, is how to use the Rabaconda tire machine. Now you can use this machine on spoke wheels, but there's a little difference to it when you do it on spoke wheels. Instead of using this wheel stopper, which would tear some spokes up, you take a strap and you strap it over the spokes. But yeah, in a gist, that's how you use the Rabaconda tire machine. It is pretty easy, it's pretty straightforward. You do got to use some arm muscle, but as you can see, this video is not that long, so you could have already changed your own tires instead of having to drop your wheels off at a shop, being charged almost 2-3 times what you should be charged to get your tires mounted and balanced. But hey, if y'all like this video, I want you to leave a comment. I want you to like, subscribe to the channel. Tell me what you liked about this video. Tell me if you like the machine or not. And who knows, maybe the next video will show y'all how to balance, static balance a mounted tire. Anyways, that's all. Thank y'all for watching, and we'll see you next time. Peace.